So here we go. Just please remember that this is just my personal experience. I'm not sponsored or endorsed by anybody to make this video. I've just got a machine and I was going to go ahead and do it. And obviously, the other thing that you need to take into account is that this is just a review of the beach mode. It's not a review of any other part of the metal detector. Well, there you go then. We're in beach mode. Haven't ground balanced yet. Just to give you an idea. Probably can't hear it that well because of the sea and the wind. But let me come off of the ground slightly. It's very, very, very chatty. Is that a target or not? What are you telling me? I don't know what you're telling me. I couldn't use it. I couldn't use it like that. No way. It's just, you don't know where the targets are because it's just telling you there's targets everywhere. So just be aware that beach mode, out of the box beach mode, on wet sand, in this particular country anyway, in this particular place where I am, is utterly useless. Let's try ground balance. Okay, we've ground balance to 60. Let's try that. Better. Much better. Good. Okay, just be aware then, if you're having problems, if it is too chattery, get her in ground balance. Right then, I have my first signal with the Anfibio. Just taking ages to get. And it's coming in at, bingo! Nah, 80s, 90s, to be fair. Pinpointing. Right, first ever beach target, here we go. Yes, good. It's a spoon. I can see it. It's a spoon. It's a blooming spoon. It's blooming embarrassing. It's a really good target though. Do you think it's silver? Stainless steel. It says it on it. Give me my phone back, man. I'm with Lucas. Hello, Lucas. Hello. How are you doing, sir? He's just found this target. I just asked if I could check it as well. Yeah, same as mine, mate. Well, I'm going 71 to 80s. Lucas has located the awful target. It's a hot rock of sorts. Not good. Right, there's another mustig, I think. Coming in 65, 46, 68. Right, it's just gone. Oh, now it's back again. Oh, hello. Sorry, the target just disappeared and now it's... Okay, a depth of about 75 miles and 10 metres. I've hit something which is big and metal and crunchy. I think I'm just going to take that out very slowly and get on with my day. The sun's decided to come out a little bit. There you go, a rig. Unfortunately, it's not a. It's a bit of costume jewellery, I do believe. I can't see any hallmarks or anything, but that was down at about 2-3 inches. So at least I know that she can find jewellery on the beach. Still chattery, but right. Let's dig that. Right. Okay. So I've dug the hole. And now, oh, glitching. Oh, hello, it's back. It's back, but weaker than it was initially. What are you telling me, you fool? I think it's something big and metal again, my dudes. I don't like that, come on. That was a lovely little signal. You would have said that was a coin, right? That ain't a coin. That's a howitzer. Oh, hot rock there. And that also pinged, unfortunately. Well, that little penny hasn't been in the ground for long, has it? That's a proper shiner, that one is. So I just picked up this 10p piece here, right? And that was extremely, extremely scratchy. but I got it. But then I went over the coil. That's how scratchy it was. Okay, this is an oddity. The coin actually embedded into a rock. That is odd, isn't it? Look at that. I don't know, you know what, I think the coin might have some age to it as well, you know. That is an awesome find actually. I don't know what it is, but that coin looks like it's got some age to me. It looks like it could be an old shilling or something. But that is totally bizarre, the way it's just embedded through time itself into this rock, this pebble. It's like trying to consume its soul. That's amazing, I love that. I'm going to clean up all this stuff off. Should I just leave it? I think I should just leave that. Kind of awesome enough as it is. Ironically, that really pinged. That was a lovely signal down at about 3 inches, 3 or 4 inches. Whoa. Okay, there's another penny there. And that one was down at 4 or 5 inches. That was a good signal. Just a really old, munched up bit of alley. And that, folks, is why you always wear gloves when you're going out metal detecting. There's a few other things that we really need to take into account here. Number one is that I am on the south coast of England. It's cold at the moment and it's wet and it's rainy. It's very, very different to the conditions in Florida or California or Australia or Brazil or Greece, Spain, Italy. I could go on, couldn't I? Yeah, basically it's worse here. The sea is trying to kill you. So those idyllic pictures of people with snorkels and, you know, and making it small and going in, it's not really viable in this country for 11 months of the year. Again, the sea is trying to kill you. The other thing to take into account is that my frame of reference is really, really high. I own a CS4PI, which is a pulse induction machine. It's my favourite machine of all time. I've found countless amounts of gold rings, silver rings and jewellery with it. I've done really, really well out of it. Obviously, with a PI machine, you're going to lose your discrimination, but you, at the same time, are going to receive a lot of depth. And I know some people have troubles with rubbish on beaches, but down here, South Coast, where I am right now, my frame of reference, I have a really, really good time with that machine. So obviously, in my eyes, the Anfibio needs to be kind of fighting against a PI machine, which isn't entirely fair because it's not a PI machine. This machine will find you coins and will find you jewellery on the beach. Of that, I have no doubt. You saw what I achieved just then. But was the user experience great? No, it wasn't. I had to ground balance in the first instance. And then after that, it was just, I got so many ghost signals, which was kind of frustrating, and scratchy pops, iffy stuff. That's what I like about a PI machine. It's not trying to overthink things. It just goes, there's a bit of metal, beep. You have to do a lot more investigation with the Anfibio on the beach. But again, you will find stuff. This is just my personal experience. So the Anfibio and the multi-cruiser are pretty much the same machine. There's slight differences in the instance of the Anfibio. It is an upgrade, but they're pretty much same-ish. However, the Anfibio is called the Anfibio, and also the branding is all in water, and everything's about water, Anfibio, amphibious. So then you could be led to believe that perhaps through the branding that the beach mode, the water mode, is its strongest point. That's its strongest point over the multi-cruiser, hence its name Anfibio, amphibious. It is going to be a much better machine on the beach than it is going to be on land. Perhaps you would think that through the branding. When I did the 3 tones test, I was like, okay, great. And then I did the deep mode test, and it was like, okay, great. Had a good time with both of those, but it was all kind of like secondary to me because in my mind I thought that this is mostly going to be a beach machine because of the brand and stuff. So it doesn't really matter what those modes are going to be like because the beach mode is going to be brilliant. And ironically, the beach mode is probably the weakest of the ones that I've done. I did about 17 hours altogether with that machine. I couldn't film all of it because I went out at night time on the beach as well.
because of the tides. Trying to find the right tide times was difficult. And again, I found pretty much the same as what I found in what you just saw there. I found coins, and I didn't find any jewellery, but I did okay with coins. I found lots of rubbish as well. But that was it. That was my expectation. My expectation was that the beach mode was going to be, I thought it's going to be up there against the PI. It's going to be so good. It's going to be so great, and it just wasn't awful by any means. It's good enough. It will find you coins, it will find you jewelry, and plenty of people are going to find stuff. Just wasn't as amazing as I thought it was going to be in my head. If I had to recommend the Anfibio on just predominantly being a beach machine, could I recommend that to you, my fellow metal detectorists? No, I couldn't. I'd say go get a PI. If you were to do just fields, then yeah, okay, fine, that's better. If you were to do beach fields and then you were going to do the beach every now and again, I'd probably also say that's fine as well. But if you, like me, in your mind had it to be just a beach machine and you were just going to use it in the water, then it doesn't quite work like that. Again, I'm in a completely different climate. Florida, California, Spain, Greece, you're going to have a completely different experience to me. You can get in the water, you can do things, it's warmer, you can get in rivers and canals and streams. It's a completely different experience. This is just my experience in this country, in this corner of this country. So you need to weigh these things up when you come to your conclusion. And speaking of conclusions, I will conclude this review of the Anfibio as a unit very, very soon. Thanks for watching, my friends, and I shall see you in the next video.